If you die in New York City with no money and no family, the city buries you on Hart Island.
You could eat ramen noodles for every single meal for an entire year for just $140, the cheapest way to survive in America.
Americans spend more money on their pets in 1 year than Germany spends on national defense. 61 billion versus $52 billion.
The world's total debt is $199 trillion, but all money in the world adds up to 80 trillion.
The richest 1% now own more wealth than the entire bottom 50% of the world combined.
A good social life has been scientifically valued at 131,000.
You can physically fit over $20 million in cash inside a standard mattress. Multiple people have tried this. Some have succeeded.
About $2 billion in lottery prizes go unclaimed every year in the US. People win millions and simply never collect it.
69% of Americans have less than $1,000 in total savings. Nearly 7 in 10 are one bad month away from financial collapse.
66% of millennials in the US have zero money saved for retirement. 2/3 of an entire generation are financially unprepared for old age.
It's $1. An average $1 bill contains vaginal bacteria, mouth micro, DNA, and multiple viruses.
More than 4 tons of old US paper money is shredded into compost every single day. Yesterday's cash is today's garden fertilizer.
Nearly 2/3 of Americans cannot pass a basic financial literacy test. Most people managing money have never been taught how money works.
Having a strong social life is worth an estimated $131,000 per year in life satisfaction, more than most salary increases.
70% of millionaires surveyed do not consider themselves wealthy. Having millions doesn't make you feel rich, it just raises the bar.
Prop money used in U.S. films must be one-sided and the wrong size by law, or the filmmakers can be prosecuted for counterfeiting.
In a famous experiment, researchers taught monkeys the concept of money. Within hours, the monkeys spontaneously invented prostitution.
London's nighttime economy generates £26 billion every year. Its bars, clubs, and late businesses are an economy within an economy.
The ancient warlord Attila took.
Sequencing a complete human genome cost $100 million in 2007. By 2012, it cost $3,000.
Public transport is completely free for all residents of Tallinn, Estonia's capital. No fares, no tickets, just get on and go.
The Bank of England issues secret banknotes worth £1 million and £100 million, called Giants and Titans.
A dress worn by a famous South Asian actress during a film shoot sold at auction for $66,000 for a single used costume.
A study found that men who prefer larger breast sizes tend to be less financially secure. The correlation was statistically significant.
One of the most expensive pizzas ever made cost £4,200, topped with caviar, lobster, and 24-karat gold dust. For a pizza.
If you spin an old US Lincoln penny on a table, it lands on tails 80% of the time. It's not a fair coin when spinning.
$1.5 trillion is paid in bribes every single year worldwide. Bribery is bigger than most countries' entire economies.
In the 1980s, finance was 10% of US corporate profits. By the 2010s, it hit 30%. 2/3 of all $100 bills are held outside the United States. Most American cash exists in foreign countries. Americans throw away $62 million worth of coins every year, tossing them in the trash, losing them in cushions, never using them again.
The president on the US $20 bill was a fierce opponent of paper money his entire life. He believed only gold and silver were real money. In 2015, one major tech company was worth more than the entire country of Switzerland. A corporation outvalued a nation.
A city in Arizona had an eternal flame memorial until officials received a $961 gas bill.
A billionaire bought a $170 million painting using his credit card, specifically to collect the airline reward points for free flights.
In God We Trust became America's official national motto in 1956, not at the founding. It was added during the Cold War.
Women in the U.S. who marry after age 30 earn about $18,000 more per year than women who married younger.
By law, only dead people can appear on U.S. currency. You legally cannot put a living person's face on American money.
Thinking about money makes people more focused and determined, but measurably less empathetic. Money literally changes your brain chemistry.
As of 2016, one wealthy individual could give $10 to every single human on Earth and still have $3 billion left over.
The very first Bitcoin transaction was used to buy 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin, now worth over $600 million.
The wealthy families of Florence today are the exact same families that were wealth 600 years ago. Wealth dynasties never die.
In 17th century Britain, 1 in every 10 coins was forged. A famous scientist was appointed to fix the currency, and he did.
The world owes $199 trillion in total debt, but only $80.9 trillion exists.
After the American Civil War, between 1/3 and 1/2 of all paper money in circulation was counterfeit. Almost half the cash was fake.
The 100 richest people in the world earned enough in 2012 alone to end global poverty 4 times over. They didn't.
At $1 million per day spending, one of the world's richest people would take 218 years to spend their entire fortune.
Until World War II, compressed tea bricks were used as actual currency in Siberia. You could literally pay for things with tea. A famous drug lord had so much cash that rats ate nearly $1 billion of his money every year. He couldn't store it fast enough. 2 out of 3 inherited family fortunes are completely lost by the next generation. Inherited wealth rarely survives 2 generations.
Paper money can carry a live flu virus for over 2 weeks. Your wallet is essentially a petri dish.
Arguments about money are the single strongest predictor of divorce, full rate, stronger than arguments about kids, sex, or in-laws.
Prop money used in U.S. films must be one-sided in the wrong size by law, or the filmmakers can be prosecuted for counterfeiting.
More than 4 tons of old U.S. paper money is shredded into compost every single day. Yesterday's cash is today's garden fertilizer. 66% of millennials in the U.S. have zero money saved for retirement. 2/3 of an entire generation are financially unprepared for old age.
You could eat ramen noodles for every single meal for an entire year for just $140, the cheapest way to survive in America.
The ancient warlord Attila took.
Americans throw away $62 million worth of coins every year, tossing them in the trash, losing them in cushions, never using them again.
In 17th century Britain, 1 in every 10 coins was forged. A famous scientist was appointed to fix the currency, and he did.
At $1 million per day spending, one of the world's richest people would take 218 years to spend their entire fortune.
Americans spend more money on pets every year than Germany spends on its entire military defense budget. Pets beat tanks.
47% of Americans say they cannot cover a $400 emergency without borrowing. Nearly half the country is one car repair from crisis.
Seashells were once used as money across large parts of the world. The first currency was something you could find on a beach.
The average American spends 34.5% of their take-home pay on interest alone. Credit cards, car loans, more.
Spending money on others makes you happier than spending it on yourself, the whim. Confirmed by multiple independent studies worldwide.
One of the world's largest tech companies earns $300,000 every single minute. While you read this, they made another $300K.
McDonald's makes approximately $75 million every single day. That's over $3 million per hour, around the clock.
A reggae legend's final words were, "Money can't buy life." He died with millions in his estate and almost nothing in a will.
Americans spend about $61 billion on their pets every year, more than most countries' entire defense budgets.
Americans spent over $15 billion on jeans in a single year. $15 billion on one type of pants.
All but one of the 20 richest women in the world inherited their money from a husband or father. Wealth is largely still passed, not earned.
If you have $10 in your pocket and zero debt right now, you are wealthier than 25% of all Americans. Let that sink in.
The International Space Station is the most expensive object ever built by humans, Yumu, costing $150 billion total.
Studies confirm, spending money on experiences makes you happier than buying possessions. The trip beats the thing, every time.
Millionaires who earned their own wealth are measurably happier than those who inherited it. The hustle itself is the reward.
All the money in the entire world totals $75 trillion, split evenly Each person on Earth gets less than $11,000. The blood you donate for free is sold on the open market. Blood donation is a $4.5 billion per year industry.
Which money fact hit closest to home? Drop the number below. Subscribe. The next drop is already loaded.